Welcome back. It's time now to take a look at the top business stories. UAE attracts foreign direct investments worth $10 billion in the past year. Abu Dhabi seeks first bond issuance on ADX. And Portugal reaches bailout deal with EU and IMF. Let's look at the equity markets first. The UAE bourses ended mixed today. The DFM General Index fell 0.7% to close at 1,618 points. Only sector to gain was the transportation sector, with Air Arabia rising 0.4%. Other stocks to watch are Aramex. Its shares fell 2.7%. Damas was down yet again by 1%. Dubai Islamic Bank was down 1.4%. Dubai Insurance was the top loser with a minus of 10%. DP World, on the other hand, was up 0.2%. Drake & Skull gained 1% and DO was up 0.3%. 58 million shares were traded, valued at 84 million dirhams. And over in the capital, the ADX General Index gained 0.4% to close at 2,699 points. Alder Properties was up 0.6%. Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank gained 1.4%. Bank of Sharjah climbed 1.3%. And National Bank of Fujairah even rallied 9.9%, while Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank fell 0.3%. One of the best performers was Abu Dhabi Aviation Company with a plus of 4.6%. 62 million shares were traded, valued at 109 million dirhams. And let's now look at the GCC equity markets. The country's stocks were all in the red. And now to our top stories. The UAE attracted more than 279 foreign direct investment projects over the past 12 months, worth nearly $10 billion, one of the highest levels in the region, a government official said. Mohammed Omar Abdullah, Undersecretary of the Abu Dhabi Department of Economic Development, said the UAE provides a good balance of political and economic stability in the MENA region, which makes it attractive for even more foreign investments. This comes in conjunction with incentive packages by the government and sound economic legislation to stimulate the investment environment, he added. The Abu Dhabi Securities Exchange has revived a plan for companies to list conventional and Islamic bonds, so-called sukuk, on the capital stock exchange and is seeking its first issuer. After the completion of regulatory changes, the exchange is seeking its inaugural bond or sukuk to act as a benchmark for future issuances, according to a local paper. Authorities are hoping to persuade a government-related company with a strong credit rating to issue the exchange's first bonds, Rashid Al-Balushi, the deputy chief executive of the ADX, said. So far, many UAE companies choose to list their bonds in London or elsewhere to attract international buyers. Mubadala Development, for instance, the investment company, recently listed a $1.5 billion bond on the London Stock Exchange. Dubai received at least $1 billion in bids for a program to raise financing backed by future Salik road toll receipts to bankers familiar with the plan, told Bloomberg. That would be more than the government's target. There was strong interest from international banks, financial institutions and pensions funds for the $800 million securitization program that will help fund transport projects in the Emirate, one of the bankers said. Securitization is a process of issuing new securities backed by future income streams, in Dubai's case, income from Salik. The 6-year financing may be priced at 3.5 percentage points over the London interbank offered rate, both bankers said. And in our fast financial news, Drydocks World, the Dubai-based maritime service provider, and the shipping arm of ADNOC have discussed ways of further strengthening their trade cooperation to stimulate the oil and gas industry and trade in the Middle East. The two sides also exchanged views on various issues related to the transportation of oil and gas. Meanwhile, the Jebel Ali Free Zone management met with Chinese business leaders on Tuesday to also further strengthen bilateral ties. Both parties discussed avenues for closer cooperation and initiatives for commercial relations. China is one of Dubai's largest trade partners. And after the break, we will run you through what's making the headlines in international business today.